Hi there, my fellow YouTubers. This is a spiritual dream that I had. It happened many years ago. I think in the 1990s, early 90s. Now, here's the thing though. I often have this discussion with several people out there, you know, in regards to ghosts, spirits. There are some people that say to me, well, if ghosts exist, then why don't we see them? Like right now. Like, I see a ghost. My argument to that is that there are some who are gifted, who are in tune to the frequency, if you will, and they can see spirits. Not everybody can. For instance, a good example, James Van Prague, Alison Dubois, from Medium, the show. It was based on Alison Dubois. They can see spirits. They're gifted. Like for me, I don't think I'd want to see a ghost. They say to me, well, if ghosts exist, then why can't I see one? And then I'm like thinking, are you kidding me? Do you really want to see one? The thing is that ghosts, I think, or spirits, I think appear to us in the form of a dream, or when you're sleeping. Because the thing is that when you're sleeping, you're calm, right? You're in a peaceful state. You're sleeping. If you were to see a ghost like right now, or just pop up, materialize, you would be freaking out of your mind. Literally, you'd be running out the door. As I was saying, I was dreaming that me and my sister, we were standing on a hill. It was a hill where we used to live when we were growing up as kids. From a distance, I could see a coffin right where we lived. And all of a sudden the coffin opens and I see one of my sister's friend, Emily, come up from the coffin, and all of a sudden I see my sister beside me. She's freaking out. She's crying, oh my gosh, you're alive, and she's literally just like crying. All of a sudden she just disappears, and I'm like thinking, whoa, where did she go? And then she appears on the other side of the hill, and she's quickly approaching the both of us. My sister continues to get hysterical. She's like, oh my gosh, you're alive. And then she hugs her. She says to my sister, she's like, I wanted to tell you not to cry for me anymore. That I'm okay. Everything is okay. And she says in my dream, I am very proud of you, and I'm very happy for you. And then my sister continues crying, because the thing is that, before I could finish it, my sister's friend Emily died in a car accident in Italy long time ago, and I remember waking up like abruptly. I literally got up, jumped out of my bed, and I was like looking. I ran down the stairs, and I'm looking at my sister, and she was crying. She was bawling. And I was like thinking, what's the matter? Because I didn't want to see my sister cry. And then she told me that Emily died in a car accident, and I'm like, no. I had tears coming down my eyes. I'm like thinking, no. I go, no, because I remember she used to come over to our house. She was my sister's best friend. They were like this, very close and all that, and very friendly. And to hear that, I'm like thinking, no. I go, this is just, it hurt. It was like, my heart was like sore, and it hurt to see my sister crying. You know, it was very, it, you know what I mean. It was very sad. But anyways, continuing on with the dream. So here she is approaching me, and she's looking at me, and she tilts her head, and she's smiling, and she's like, she comes over to me, and I'm here thinking, wow, like, mind you, this dream was a lucid dream. So you know when you had those dreams, like you can feel everything, you can sense everything. It was just really a lucid dream. And she comes over to me and she's looking at me and she says, "Thank you." She's like, "Thank you, Juan." And she's like, "Thank you for everything." And she gives me a hug. And I'm thinking, wow. I was stunned. So then all of a sudden I jumped out of my bed. I wake up and I'm looking around and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm just like, wow. There were many things that were going on in my mind. So here's the thing. I debated whether or not to share this with my sister. Because the thing is, like I said before, sharing these experiences with people, like certain individuals, it's not for them. They get weirded out. They get scared. They don't want to hear this sort of thing. And I debated whether or not to share it with her, or not to share it with her. So the thing is that I asked my mom, should I? You know, and my mother said, I think you should. So, one sec, I'm kind of falling over here. I hesitantly ended up going up to her and I said to her, well, you know, I have something to tell you. And, you know, so I told her my dream. And the look on my sister's face, she had tears in her eyes. She had tears in her eyes, which was I was getting sad for that, just by sharing my experience, because I'm making my sister sad. I was like, I didn't want that. So the thing is that she had tears in her eyes, and then all of a sudden she just had this peaceful expression. And she said, thank you. You know, thank you for sharing that with me. Now here's the significance of this dream. The day that I had this dream was the anniversary of her passing. I didn't know that. When my sister told me, I was stunned. I was literally stunned. Yeah, my sister told me that she ended up going to the cemetery with her husband, and then, you know, she put a rose on the headstone. It was meant for me to share this experience with my sister, and I was like, I got seriously teary-eyed when this happened. I'm just like, wow. So yeah, that's one of my many experiences that I'm bringing, you know, I'm sharing with you, the viewer. Hopefully you enjoy it. You can relate to it. If you have any comments, you can put them below on my YouTube channel if you're watching. Alright, don't forget, subscribe, and have a good one.